Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmic. If this is your first time here, welcome, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message today. So, with that, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Alrighty. So, we are going to do our best here. I sprained my wrist a couple days ago. Nothing major, but enough. So, this is gonna be fun. Um, so might take a little longer to get the cards out, but we'll get this message out. There's something that wants to come out for the collective today. So here we go. Alrighty. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support on the channel. Your likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and of course, the donations all really do help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you're interested in a personal reading from me, you can find that information in the description box below. Alrighty, let's do this. Yep, that's not gonna work. All right, we're gonna go old school. Okay, give me just a minute. I gotta get something here. Hold on. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna pull the cards. So let's see here. What is going on with the collective? Ooh, okay, we've got the thinking man. So this generally is referring to a masculine energy who's really intelligent, intellectual, very logical. There sometimes is a tendency of overthinking that comes through with this. So that could be part of what's going on. What's going on with the thinking man spirit then? Okay. Ooh, okay, we've got broken heart. So you could be mm, so you could resonate with being a masculine. We all have masculine and feminine energies within us. And then it's just a balance, and then we tend to resonate with one polarity more so than the other, but we all do have a balance of masculine and feminine energies. Um, you could be really attempting to logically process a situation that is heartbreaking. There's also like this sense of allowing those emotions to kind of flow, allowing yourself to feel what's coming up right now. And then I heard for some of you, you're thinking of doing something about it when it comes to whatever's going on here. Okay, that one. Okie dokie. We've got the magician in the mirror. This is there's two cards in this deck that are counterpart cards, twin flame, high level soulmate, take it as resonates. This is one of them. So this that could definitely be what's going on here. Kind of processing, okay, and then patience. We've got divine timing. Um and what I'm hearing is it is time to do something about this when it comes to this situation. We've got happy family. This is union reunion energy. Um, so for a lot of you, that one, and community. Okay, so for a lot of you, there's a focus on up leveling in your community, maybe getting around different kinds of people. Um, interesting. Okay, so this is definitely, yeah, can't really go into that. Okay, so what came through? It's one of these like maybe you're really starting to understand how being around certain people can affect you. So if you're around people and it's, all they're doing is talking shit about their spouse or they're just really unhappy in their relationship and then that's all that you hang out with, that can start to affect your view and then it can start to affect your actual experience. um so it really is that, there really is something to it of like, the I think it's like the five people you hang out with the most are really, really influential. kind of like I just heard something about like the combined sum. What was that? Like combined sum or the total sum, something like that. Um, so maybe you're starting to kind of realize that. It could also be realizing how much you've been influenced by a community, by society. And, maybe there was like certain expectations. Maybe you were, hanging around with a lot of people who weren't really desiring this happy family energy where it's actually like you get along with your significant other and if you want kids, then you have kids and you co-parent really well together and there's compatibility and you enjoy each other's company versus kind of that other experience of hanging out with people who are like, oh, my spouse is so irritating and blah, blah, blah. And then it's just like complaining all the time. And, now we're fighting again. And now it's this and now it's that. It's a very different experience. Um, yeah, there was confirmation. You could be seeing crows or ravens right now. There was a crow that just cawed. And I could hear it. It was outside. Yeah, we don't really have crows hanging out inside, but it was outside and the windows open in the other room, so it was really loud. So I just heard that. So that could be extra confirmation for you. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the other counterpart card. So for some of you, it was a community that got in the way of this situation with this person. Um, okay. But there's a new beginning. There's a new beginning here. Yeah, a bright, happy, shiny new beginning. Okay, what else? Is that one? Okay, we've got Angel of Strength, seventh chakra, door to personal healing and happiness. This has to do with your ascension, and I feel like you already know that now. I feel like you're already aware of this situation that it does have to do with your ascension. Um, yeah, and it does. And I feel like there's this new beginning here when it comes to personal healing and happiness. Um, and it does have to do with, I just heard, with this happy family energy with your counterpart. I'm hearing all systems go. Seventh chakra, this is our crown. This sits on the top of our head. This is where we receive divine guidance. The color is either violet or white, like white light. Angel of Strength. There's a situation here that does have to do with your counterpart. There is this potential for this happy family reunion union energy, and it is going to require some strength. Third chakra, solar plexus. I feel like there's a solar plexus healing and upgrade that's happened, maybe a purging. Um, it sits at the belly button. The color's yellow. It has to do with willpower, confidence. It's blocked by shame. So maybe you've been healing like shame and really tapping into that, I am worthy of this. I am worthy of my person because I am my person's, that's literally if we're talking true twin flame, like that's literally the other half, the other half of my soul. High level counterpart, high level, high level soulmate. Um, it's not exactly, there's a little bit of a difference. But it's still that soul resonance. It's still that this is my person energy. And if you are really desiring this person, why wouldn't that person also be desiring you? Because there is that magnetism. Maybe you're really starting to understand that and realize that. Adjacent possibilities. Interesting. So I'm actually seeing this vision of like this hallway with all of these open doors. And then like at the end, it's kind of like this. I mean, it is like this. So there's all these open doors. And then the vision looks a little bit different, but it's basically the same concept. So there's all these open doors, except in the vision that I'm seeing, there's not this one on the ground. Um and so it's this energy of like there's a masculine standing here looking at all of these potential doors and then looking at this one at the end of this hall and just locked onto it. Um and so maybe it's kind of one of those things like there are possibilities, but at this point, the one that you're desiring is at the end of this hallway. And I feel like that doorway represents your feminine. Fifth chakra. This is the throat. This is communication. This is speaking your truth to your person. This is yeah, yeah, it's communication. The color is blue. It has to do with speaking your truth. Um, so yeah. Oh, ow, that hurt. We're gonna get through this damn reading. Keep getting stuck with the Velcro on this. It keeps like sticking to everything. So bear with me. This is the first reading that I've done with this whole. Well, I've done this style before. This is actually how I used to do readings before I learned how to shuffle with jumpers, which is what those are called when you shuffle and then they just flip out. Um, this is actually the original way that I learned how to read cards years and years ago. Anyways, okay. So we're gonna get through this, but I do keep getting distracted with getting stuck. Maybe okay, that could be significant here. Maybe you're like you're focused on this, but then you're kind of getting distracted, but then you keep coming back to it. It's almost this energy of like no matter what you do, you're coming back to this. Um, victory. This is success. This is achievement. This is letting you know that I just heard it's going to succeed this time around. Success is yours. Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I like ooh, I felt a wave of emotions come up, like relief. Um, yeah, you could be coming up with a plan, really focused on how to succeed in this. And what's funny is it's one of these things like you already did um by being you and answering the call. So when your higher self came knocking and was like, "Hey, it's time to wake up. It's time to go through this spiritual awakening. It's time." Your human self was like, "Okay, maybe you fought it a little bit. I resonate with that." Um, but I do feel like there was a part of you that was like, "What is this? What's going on?" It's that exciting part of awakening and like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much more going on in, spirituality and, you know, yeah, it's exciting." And then it's also it'll kick your ass after a little bit, but it's not to kick your ass. It's to get you into alignment. That's ultimately what it's about. Woman holding a coin. Okay. Is a karmic random? Is this counterpart? Okay, you could be viewing your counterpart as stable, grounded, financially secure. Um and that could be the energy they're in, right? So yeah, it's one of those like I'm getting that this is how you're viewing your feminine. It's like very regal, very like very physically attractive. Um and then like financially grounded, secure, stable. Um and then we've got man holding a heart. So this is the masculine energy holding, in love. Um hmm. Because we've got broken heart up there. Contract. Okay, so for some of you, obviously there's a soul contract here. So that's part of the pull that you're feeling with your feminine is that soul contract. Well, and it's also just the soul magnetism. It's just, yeah, it's just that it's magnetizing. There's a soul pull, and it's like it was activated recently. Maybe for some of you, it's the past couple years, maybe for some of you, it's the past couple months, but it's like on the grand scheme of things, it's like for how long you've known this person in the physical realm, or like how long ago you met them. So I'm not getting that you're in contact with this person right now. And so it's like however long ago you met them, it's more recent on the grand scheme that this activated. Um, so um Yeah, that's interesting. When soul contracts activate like that, it's because there's a deeper purpose, there's a deeper meaning. So just keep that in mind. There's a reason that this is activating right now. There's a reason that you're being called and pulled towards your person. Um and it does have to do with contract. For some of you, because I was laying it right down on this happy family union reunion energy. For some of you, maybe you're like thinking about actual literal marriage with your person. So that could be extra confirmation. And then for others of you, there could be other contracts, other situations. This could be karmic contracts. This could be literal legal contracts, another marriage or whatever it is for you. I just heard something about custody, so maybe there's custody stuff going on or something like that, and that could be kind of something that's going on or that would need to be cleaned up for you and your person to actually fully get into this like harmonious union energy. But I feel like it's one of those things like you two are just gonna be like, okay, cool, this is what I gotta do, this is what you gotta do, okay, we can, you know, handle it together. There's definitely this energy of like coming together and handling life together at this point. Yeah. Oh, weird. That doesn't really feel like that doesn't really feel like it. Hmm. Okay, for some of you, you could feel like your feminine's like um just beyond reach. Or there's almost this energy of like you don't want to it's like you don't wanna mess up their garden, like and it's like a metaphor for their life. That's kind of interesting. It's almost like it's almost like if you were I'm being shown like this visual of I don't know where it's at, oh gosh. It's like a Middle Eastern temple thing and, a mosque, I just heard a mosque. I don't know, I'm not really that familiar with this whole thing, but what I'm seeing is it's like this temple, and it's one of those ones where you have to take your shoes off, and then you put on like indoor shoes to go in this temple. It's almost like that's how you're viewing going towards your feminine is like they're this like sacred temple, and then you've been like walking through mud and stuff, and you're to get there, and then you're like, oh, I can't go in there like this. So it's kind of an interesting thing. Um, that's a really interesting visualization. We're gonna have to get some more information about that. Indecision. Okay. So you could be sitting there thinking about like, is it acceptable for me to go in like this? Like I'm getting like this image of like this masculine who just like got back from war and or like a huge battle. Like you're battling, you probably were, but internally, metaphorically, of course, but feels that way. But it's like you're like scraped up, you're battered, you're bruised, you're, beat to hell, and then you're like, but I'm here. Do I need to wait to approach? It's an interesting energy that just came up. I have to get a different deck here. Storm warning. Okay. Storm warning in the world and then anxiety. All right. Storm warning the world and anxiety. Interesting. You could feel the storm. Like, yeah, maybe you feel like there's a storm coming. Actually, interesting. Okay, this is a collective thing right now. Keep that in mind. There is this energy because it's getting so wonky out there and like, you know, It's like we're in the climax of the movie, the darkness is like morphing into this fucking big old thing, and then it's like, this little bitty, you know, one little person with their little sword, and it's like, Maleficent in the full form of like a dragon. It's kind of like that collectively, metaphorically speaking. So, just remember, like, we got this. This is what we came here for. But collectively, you could be picking up on this. You could also be picking up on the fact that, like, reaching out to your counterpart, connecting with your counterpart, possibly locking in a union with the counterpart, it's gonna shake some shit up. Your life is going to be very different. But it's gonna be in a beautiful way. And I feel like this anxiety is gonna lift when you allow yourself to make this decision. Do your best to stay out of your head, get in the present moment. Listen to your intuition. Your intuition works in the present moment. Remember that. It doesn't work for future potentials or in the past. The world, there could be something here about you going global. Maybe your soul purpose is activating, and there's something about you speaking your truth in the public eye. Maybe there's something about you creating something that's going to go global, a product or a healing modality or whatever it is. It's something that's like that the world needs, and it's about to go global. That could have something to do with soul purpose. Deceit, fourth chakra. Oh, I just heard some of you might be worried that your heart is deceiving you, and that's not what's going on. I'm just gonna let you know that. I do resonate with that though. I do understand that. So my heart does go out to you because it's a real weird thing when your heart starts to lead you in a way that is kind of like, holy shit. Like, really? Are for real though? Okay. It's yeah, but allow yourself to get excited about it. Your heart's not going to steer you wrong. Remember that. Your heart's not going to steer you wrong. Your heart is very, very intuitive. Actually, they've done studies, it's pretty cool, where the heart field actually goes out further from the body than like our mental field. So the heart actually is way more interconnected in our environment and all sorts of stuff, and that's our heart's leading the way. That's our soul leading the way. It's leading the way through the heart space, so remember that it's not going to lead you astray. I'm getting longing from this energy. I'm not getting envy. There could be envy. You could be dealing with envy around you. This could be something that you're going to deal with after like locking in a union with this person. You could strike envy in a lot of people. It is what it is. um it's not that you're doing anything. It's just by you existing in this very harmonious, joyful, happy energy that can strike envy in other people when they are looking at it and then reflecting on how they don't have it in their life. And then instead of taking that as an invitation of, oh, I'm being shown that this is possible for me as well, oftentimes it'll be projected back onto you. So just keep that in mind. It's not yours to carry. It's an effect that you have vibrating at this different level. Just keep doing you. Um, but I'm really getting this longing energy off of this. So that could just be extra confirmation. It's almost like because I put it down next to the fourth chakra, which is the heart, sits in the center of the chest. The actual heart like chakra sits in the middle of the chest. The color is green. It has to do with love. Hey. And it's blocked by grief, and so we do have this broken heart here. So you could be releasing grief, and there could be this heart healing. I really do feel like there's going to be a heart healing that happens when you do connect with this person, and it's like this beautiful heart healing that I'm seeing happen between both of you, and just like relief. It's really a beautiful energy. It really, really is. And this is also an energy coming up of like the heart is longing for something that is not in your physical reality right now. And I do feel like that's your counterpart. And it's not deceiving you. Your heart is not deceiving you. I just really want you to know that. It's really not. It's really, really not. Okay. Take a drink. Give me just a second. Okay. Oh gosh. Mm. I don't know why, but I'm being guided to share this. So I just discovered cotton candy Olanis, and that's quite wonderful. So anyhow, maybe cotton candy is a synchronicity. Action. Okay. Hey. There's a song called Cotton Candy. It's anyways. Okay. So action. For some of you, it's time to decide and take action. Um it's this energy of like you already know that it's time for this. Yeah, it's time for action, and that's going to help relieve this anxiety as well. And whatever storm that that may come as a result of this, what I'm seeing is it's like you two are going to be able to come together and like anchor each other in a very, very balanced, harmonious way with the yin yang card here. It's like very balanced. It's very complementary. It's almost like, oh, interesting. I got this vision this morning. I forgot about that. Okay, so there's this vision of like a masculine and a feminine coming together. And the masculine's like carrying this all this shit, and then the feminine's carrying all their stuff, right? And then the masculine's like, hey, let me get this part for you. And then the feminine's like, thank you. Like, that's the part that was so heavy. It was weighing me down. I'm not really built to carry all of that. Like, I was, but like, oh, thank you. And then the feminine looks at the masculine and is like, hey, let me carry that. And it's like the thing that the masculine is like, God, I was really struggling with that. And then the feminine, I heard the feminine say, like, I'm built to carry that. And then the masculine's like, I'm built to carry that. And so it's just this perfect, like, balance, complementary. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful, like, visual. So yeah, it's this energy of like whatever storm is coming potentially. Um, whatever. I just heard it's gonna shake shit up. So confirmation. So whatever may happen, it's this energy of you two coming together and handling it together. And that's this victory card here. Like you two are going to be victorious carrying this in handling whatever storm's coming your way. And then cornucopia. So you're manifesting this. And so is your person. And this is definitely like your highest reality, like your highest timeline, like your dream reality. You're really actually shifting. I just heard quantum shifting into your dream reality. And so, yeah, like it's really happening. So allow yourself to continue to take action when you get that inspiration to act. Really do your best to tap into the now moment and, listen to your intuition and follow your intuition. Follow that guidance. Angel of love. There is unconditional love here between you and your person. And I can feel it for sure. That one. That one. Ah, so you could be dealing with some financial stuff right now, some difficulties. The thing is this is lifting. This is absolutely lifting with the cornucopia card here. This is absolutely lifting for you. So just keep that in mind. And especially when you heal the heart, it actually helps your ability to manifest as well. So having this heart healing with this person that you have unconditional love for and they have unconditional love for you as well, this is it's gonna naturally affect your finances in a positive way. And walking away. Oh, I just heard walking away from financial constraints. So you're getting ready to walk away from financial issues. There could also be some other walking away that has to happen for you and your person in order to, lock this in. Maybe it's, and it can happen in so many different ways, whether one or both of you have like other entanglements that Such a weird word, but that's how it just came out. Other things that you're gonna have to like clean up, walk away from, so on and so forth, other contracts, other whatever it may be. Um, and then what was the other part of that? Oh, it's, soul purpose activation. So it's like, I feel like there's gonna be a different level or layer of your soul purpose that comes online when you do come into, contact with each other, start working together. Maybe it's when you lock in, some sort of union, whatever it is for you, but it's like all of a sudden these deeper layers of your, soul purpose is gonna come online. And I am also getting like extra sensory abilities, like other abilities, maybe superhuman abilities that neither of you even know that you had. Those kinds of things are going to really come online for you. And then, um, maybe it's going to be walking away from other things at that point, but it's this energy of like you two, if you're walking away from something, you're going to be walking together away from that thing. So I do feel like there is an ending to the way things have been with you and this person. And there is this beautiful energy of like union, reunion energy here for you. So it's just allowing yourself to take action towards the one that you love unconditionally and trusting that they love you unconditionally as well, because they do. Aw, this is beautiful. I love this. I'm so excited for you. This is really wonderful. I wasn't expecting a counterpart reading, but I'm very happy that I was able to bring it forth for you. This is a beautiful energy. I'm very excited for you. There's so much potential here. And it's just, yeah, it really is. I feel like you have no idea how good it's about to get. You just get to allow yourself to at this point. So this is beautiful. Alrighty. Well, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this here. I hope this resonates. Um, Sending you sending you all the best, like, all the best energy to, navigate this, because you got this, like, you got this. It's just gonna require some action, it's probably gonna be a little uncomfortable, but it's gonna be so worth it. It's gonna be so, so, so worth it, and it is going to relieve this anxiety, just know that as well. Yeah. Alrighty dokie. Well, if you like this message, feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you, thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free. I will see you on the next message. Bye.